All right, guys. Welcome back. It is a sweep. Cleveland Cavaliers being sent to Cancun by the New York Knicks. 4 games, 4 wins for the New York Knicks. More on that shortly. Amazing stuff right there. As you can see, the Cleveland Cavaliers are out. Like I said yesterday, it was always going to be tough. I wanted to say uphill climb, but no. It was always going to be tough. 3 games down is just big of a psychological disadvantage for the Cleveland Cavaliers that they really stood no chance. And of course, the Knicks did a quick sweep of them and finished them off in just 4 straight games, which actually sets a new record for the Knicks. I think 11 straight wins in a row for the New York Knicks. Setting a record right there. But of course, I think the Golden State Warriors are still leading. They have, I think, 14. The most that the Knicks can go is 12. That's if they win the finals, and I'm hoping they get to play San Antonio Spurs in the finals. But more on that tomorrow. It's an amazing series. It's tied at 2-2 like we spoke about yesterday. You can check out that video on my channel and get a full look at how Wembenyama destroyed that team. All right, so as you can clearly see, Donovan Mitchell was the most hopeful of them, and actually he outscored most of his teammates. And even that press conference that he gave, you could clearly see that he hoped that they could come back, but unfortunately he had the beard. He had the beard. The beard has a record of never winning anything, really, and never stepping up when he's needed. But anyway, that's how that one ended. Let's jump into the highlights of this game.
That's at the effort part. And then Mobley goes inside against Towns, banks it home. First shot of the night goes to the Cavaliers. Stolen. Allen got a piece of it. Here's Strus. He has started 3 other games in these playoffs. And Donovan Mitchell knocks down the 3. Picks up Brunson. The Knicks offense has been putting up some historic numbers, especially that guy, Mikal Bridges, knocks down his first, who's not missed. Knicks have won 5 consecutive road games, all by double figures. It's one of the more impressive parts of their 10-game winning streak. Donovan Mitchell. Brunson isolated with James Harden. Jarrett Allen is lurking. Harden, his 3-pointer. And the Knicks offense a little stagnant as Brunson goes against Harden. Gets inside, scoop layup off the glass. He has mastered that shot. He struggles a bit with the dribble, gets it back to Mobley. Mobley gets inside, nice feed, shot blocked inside. Towns got a piece.
Well, that's a great defensive play by Karl Anthony-Towns on the last possession.
Kicks it back out for Mobley, and Mobley knocks down the 3. Brunson tries, fires away. That won't go. Josh Hart the rebound out to Towns. Towns is wide open and knocks down the 3. Almost threw it away. Mitchell fires up another 3. And that one an air ball, but Mobley right there cleans it up and throws it down. And Anunoby, nice feed inside, and Towns with the flush. Jalen Brunson 1 of 4 to start. He's had a couple of slow starts as Towns fires up another 3 and hits another 3. Hunter can't answer. Towns the rebound. And there's Brunson all alone down the other end and lays it up and in. Shot of the night. Towns the rebound. Knicks look to push again. Beautiful pass. Harden. Anunoby gathers and throws it down. Bridges. Bridges drives alley-oop, and Robinson with the 2-handed slam. McBride trying to chase Harden.
Now, of course, the New York Knicks are back in the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999 after beating Cleveland 130-93 to finish the sweep. Karl Anthony-Towns had 19 points and 14 rebounds. OG Anunoby scoring 17, and the New York Knicks routed the Cleveland Cavaliers 130-93 on Monday night to complete a 4-game sweep of the Eastern Conference Finals and advance to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. That's amazing stuff for the Cleveland Cavaliers right there. They never really did come back. Of course, Donovan Mitchell tried to pull back and push the team and wheel the team, but really was always a downhill trajectory for them. They never really did recover from this, and of course they ended up losing this game.
Shaman fires away. Shaman knocks down another one. Arden on the drive, kicks it out. Ellis back up top. Strus wide open. Can he get it to go? Yes.
What that right call was. But ultimately, you can.
And Merrill. Arden to Mobley. Mobley goes right at Towns, who has 2 fouls. Nice jump hook from Evan Mobley. He's got 9 points. Knicks then went on one of those runs that we've seen throughout these playoffs. Harden shoots over Brunson and scores. Throws it in the corner to Brunson. Brunson with 7 to shoot, goes on Strus, flips up the shot and scores.
Thumb. Do you remember a few games ago, he got that left thumb jammed, and anytime you hit that,
It's down the lane, lefty layup, banks it home. What did this Hart picks it up? Brunson sets up.
Now, of course, Landry Shamet scored 16 points off the bench, while Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson had 15 apiece for the Knicks, who became the 4th team to have an 11-game winning streak during their postseason run. And the last to do it was, of course, Golden State Warriors, who currently have the longest in NBA history, which is currently at 15 games en route to their 2nd title in the 3 seasons in 2017. That is actually not far back. You can remember that. All but one of the Knicks wins have been in double digits, with an average margin of victory of 23.7 points. So you can clearly see something clicked and something went off. And of course, the Knicks were not looking back. They are going all the way. They're already in the finals as we speak. Now, a few quotes from the post-game conferences. Karl Anthony-Towns said, "I feel like the word hope has been gone from the New York Knicks." Well, that's the American English. Has been gone from the New York Knicks, a name for a long time, and for me to be part of this team that revives hope is something special after them making it to the NBA Finals this year. So let's wait and see who they will play in the finals. Of course, there is the series between OKC, the defending champions, taking on San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama. It's currently tied at 2 games apiece, and more on that in the coming series of videos that we shall be sharing with you guys.
Shaman feeds on Anunoby with the flush, and the Knicks just keep pouring it on. A 33-point lead, timeout Cleveland.
and they can beat you in a number of ways.
Jordan Clarkson, another pickup this year, has been great off the bench, had some great stretches in the regular season. Rolling out to Dadier. Nice move with the left hand. The interesting thing is that Jalen Brunson's introductory will dispute that. In a season that was filled with a lot of pressure, it was finals or bust.
Now, of course, they never really had a chance. It was a major thrashing of the New York Knicks. And of course, they were beaten. I have also the title celebrations that I will share with you shortly. But of course, something to note is that Jalen Brunson was named the Eastern Conference Finals MVP after his contribution. And of course, when we look at some of the things that were said by the inside guys, one thing to note is the fact that the New York Knicks had to change the way they approached the playoffs. Remember, actually, what they highlighted, what they saw was that Cleveland is actually doing the same thing that the Knicks were doing a while back. And of course, that could not push them over the line, where you have one ball handler that handles the ball majority of the time. And that was what Brunson was. But you clearly saw in game 2 when they came out to mark Brunson, and Brunson distributed that ball, and there were all these pieces around him that contributed. And actually, today they set a record as being one of the teams that has scored over 120 points with none of the players that have contributed to the score averaging 20 points in that game. So all of them were below 20 points in that game. So that's how evenly distributed this team was. And of course, Cleveland heavily relied on Donovan Mitchell. The beard was a no-show as always. He never shows up when he's needed. And Donovan Mitchell, I think, had 30 points in this game. I'm forgetting exactly how many points he scored. So it's something that they really, let's jump into the celebrations of the trophy. Amazing scenes right there. As you can clearly see, they have finally capped off the conference. Now on to the finals. So they, of course, because they swept, they get to have a rest. Now, of course, let's hope the rest does not work against them, but usually it does work in their favor because the players are fit and ready to go come the finals. So this is the distribution generally. You can clearly see that the New York Knicks was really strong compared to Cleveland Cavaliers in points column, averaging 118.8 points per game in this series as compared to 99.5 of Cleveland points. Then at the rebounds, you can clearly see even on the boards, New York Knicks led the way, 46 rebounds per game compared to 36.8. And in the assists column, same thing, 28 assists per game for New York Knicks compared to 20.3 points New York Knicks. A few players, of course, that you can highlight were, of course, Jalen Brunson, who averaged 25.5 points in this series. And, of course, Donovan Mitchell, who tried to wheel his team back, but unfortunately, his teammates just did not show up. He averaged 27.3 points. And, of course, on the chart, you will not see the beard anywhere. He always does a Houdini when it comes to these situations, and he's paid way too much, and I don't know why people think he's. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. All right, guys, that brings our game and updates to the end. More on the conference, Western Conference, of course, that is OKC taking on San Antonio Spurs. I'll bring you more on that. That's where the fire is, where it's not yet decided. It's tied to a piece, and of course more on that as we go ahead in the coming days. All right, guys, peace out. I'm out.